minutes later, and then of course a third explosion and collapse of one tower followed by an explosion of another. Now here is that unedited tape.
People covered in soot and debris, screaming, in shock, no doubt. Firefighters covered in soot, debris that, of course, is traveling for miles.
The two towers, 110 stories tall each, and as Michael O'Looney reported a moment ago, 40 to 50,000 people working in those towers every day.
A national alert. All federal buildings in Washington, D.C. have been evacuated, and of course they're trying to evacuate all the buildings in lower Manhattan, no doubt. All firefighters, off-duty firefighters have been called, and you're looking at incredible debris, pieces of glass, of paper, parts of the buildings covering it looks like a desert almost. Looks like the aftermath of an earthquake. We heard from Lou Young a few moments ago who said that it felt like an earthquake. Now, Marcia Kramer is standing by at our information center, and Marcia, you've got more details for us.
Well, actually, Lisa, they're very grim details. We're hearing from intelligence sources that there were actually 8 planes that were hijacked and that 5 are still in the air. So that means that we've only heard from 3 planes, the 2 that hit the World Trade Center, the 1 that hit the Pentagon, and there are still 5 planes in the air. We don't know where they were hijacked from, and we don't know what their intended targets are. But right now, intelligence sources tell us that the Air Force is scrambling to try to identify the locations of the 5 other planes that have been hijacked and to see if they are intending to hit other targets in the United States. What we're also being told is that the likelihood of this attack is that it's a coordinated attack that was brought together by various Middle East groups that were acting together, possibly in concert with Osama bin Laden. So far, no group has claimed responsibility, but it's clear from the breadth of these attacks that it had been in the planning for quite some time, months, possibly a year. And it's probably in retaliation for U.S. support for the Israeli government. Again, there are 8 planes, American planes, that have been hijacked. 5 are still in the air. 3 have hit, 2 here in Manhattan at the World Trade Center, and 1 at the Pentagon in Washington.
Marcia, we had reported a moment ago that there was a large plane crash in western Pennsylvania, about 80 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. Would that just be a horrific coincidence?
Well, actually, we had reports about 20 minutes ago that there was a plane that had been hijacked in Pittsburgh and was headed for either Northern Virginia or Washington. That may have been the plane that crashed. If that's the case, then there's still 4 more planes in the air. But again, the report is that a total of 8 American planes have been hijacked. The Air Force and military intelligence are scrambling to try to take these planes out of the air before they can do any damage. It's possible, obviously this is speculation, but it's possible that the plane that crashed out of Pittsburgh may have been targeted by a military missile to try to take it down before it could crash into an American building.
Okay, John Slatter.